Is goodbye. A professional one. A meticulous one. One with unique options. And total support. With multiple locations, we are focused on your hour of need. And so, this is the final goodbye. Be it traditional, at sea, or cremation, the Crick family will be here to help your family during life's most difficult moments. Crick's Funeral Home, telephone 452-2780 and 459-9212.
The chicken you feed your family, we make sure it's healthy. Caribbean quality meats. Caribbean quality meats. Hormone free, all natural, antibiotic free. Chicken so tasty. Caribbean quality meats. Caribbean quality meats. Trusted quality, yeah. Cause the chickens grow right here. 100% all Lucian. Right price, easy decision.
Caribbean quality meats offers premium quality at affordable prices and produced right here in St. Lucia. Visit social media at Caribbean Quality Meats for more info. Available at all leading supermarkets.
Paying is faster and easier with Flow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
So, this is goodbye. A professional one. A meticulous one. One with unique options. And total support. With multiple locations, we are focused on your hour of need. And so, this is the final goodbye. Be it traditional, at sea, or cremation, the Crick family will be here to help your family during life's most difficult moments. Crick's Funeral Home, telephone 452-2780 and 459-9212.
Coming soon, the same excellent Lucelec service in a new location at Daisy Avenue in Sanssouci, Castries. Thanks for your patience.
Good evening. We are live on GVD channel 115, YouTube and Facebook. Great Visions Designs, GVD TV coverage you can count on as we come on air tonight live from our studios. This broadcast, we must inform you, is sponsored with the compliments of Caribbean Quality Meats and Crick's Funeral Home. The bloodshed on our island, 238 square miles, St. Lucia, continues. GVD News confirming this hour another homicide on St. Lucia. In just a bit, we'll share with you exclusive footage from the scene. We'll also identify the latest homicide victim. But we want to thank you tonight for tuning in to this special live broadcast sponsored by Crick's Funeral Home and the Caribbean Quality Meats. It's been a busy period for emergency personnel and law enforcement. From all indications, that busy period will continue here on the island. Police responding have launched an investigation into another homicide on the east coast of St. Lucia. We'll take you down there in just a bit and share with you exclusive footage from the scene. But we can also confirm this hour additional information to a story that we shared in the evening newscast. Another shooting in the northern part of St. Lucia in Bocage As we told you earlier on in the GVD Nightly News, 2 men, and we are confirming additional information at this hour, 2 men sustained non-life-threatening injuries following a shooting in Bocage, Castries at approximately 8:30 this evening. We can confirm that the 2 victims have since been transported to a medical facility where they are expected to make a smooth recovery. Moments after that incident in Bocage, emergency personnel, we are now confirming, were called to the scene in Dennery Village. Bolobel Dennery is the community home of St. Lucia's latest homicide. Bolobel and Dennery is seen to the latest homicide, which we now confirm to be homicide number 12. The victim transported to the Dennery Hospital, where we can confirm that a medical practitioner at the scene pronounced him dead. The incident has drawn scores of onlookers to the community. Residents are in shock. We can confirm this hour the victim, identified as Donald Joseph, a resident of Bolobel Dennery. How did he die? Donald Joseph died following a stabbing incident in his community earlier this evening. That incident involved his brother. A sibling dispute ending fatally. Family shocked this hour, trying to come to grips with this latest incident. We'll tell you more in just a bit, but let's hear now from the St. Lucia Medical and Dental Association, the SLMDA. The public relations officer spoke to the GVD news desk earlier today, expressing concern at the toll current bloodshed on St. Lucia is having on the health sector. The PRO of the SLMDA told our reporter, Tammy Frederick, in addition to placing stress on the limited resources available in the health sector, the ongoing violence here on St. Lucia is presenting a stressful situation for the staff who are called upon to respond to several incidents almost daily. We hear from the SLMDA right now.
The St. Lucia Medical and Dental Association is deeply concerned about the upsurge of crime in the country. Statistics reveal a worrisome increase in criminal activities with 11 homicides already in 2024. According to the Public Relations Officer at the St. Lucia Medical and Dental Association, Dr. Delphina Venner, the upsurge in crime places a significant strain on the healthcare system.
There are so many aspects of the system that are affected, and it is becoming increasingly difficult for healthcare workers to manage the ripple effects. We are talking about increases in the number of patients presenting to the emergency room, often needing to be attended by multiple persons and requiring emergency surgeries, ICU admission, blood products, prolonged hospital stays during recovery, and the list goes on.
Dr. Venor also highlighted that emergency responders and ambulance services are attending to multiple trauma cases daily, placing a serious toll on the mental health of workers. She also spoke about some of the challenges the healthcare system is faced with due to the increase in crime.
All of this diverts precious time and resources from other aspects of healthcare and other persons needing to access these services.
For community health programs, preventative measures and reducing underlying social determinants of health may have to be shifted to combat the immediate effects of crime. She added that the SLMDA team and other stakeholders to battle this public health threat. From the GVD News Desk, I am Tammy Frederick reporting.
Thanks, Tammy Frederick. Filed that report earlier today, Wednesday, and we confirm it tonight. If you're just joining us, homicide number 12 recorded on the East Coast in the community of Dennery, more specific, Bolobal in Dennery, a family dispute, a sibling dispute, two brothers ending fatally. In just a bit, we'll hear from the women's arm of the United Workers' Party, who released a statement earlier today on the crime crisis. We'll also hear from the National Youth Council, the NYC, on the matter, but I must inform you that this special broadcast brought to you with the kind compliments of Crick's Funeral Home and Caribbean Quality Meats.
The chicken you feed your family, we make sure it's healthy. Caribbean quality meats, Caribbean quality meats. Hormone free, all natural, antibiotic free. Chicken so tasty. Caribbean quality meats, Caribbean quality meats. Trusted quality, yeah, cause the chickens grow right here. 100% all-ocean, right price, easy decision.
Caribbean Quality Meats offers premium quality at affordable prices and produced right here in St. Lucia. Visit social media at Caribbean Quality Meats for more info. Available at all leading supermarkets.
So, this is goodbye. A professional one. A meticulous one. One with unique options. And total support. With multiple locations, we are focused on your hour of need. And so, this is the final goodbye. Be it traditional, at sea, or cremation, the Crick family will be here to help your family during life's most difficult moments. Crick's Funeral Home, telephone 452-2780 and 459-9212.
Lots happening this hour, and we thank you for staying with this live broadcast. I know it's heartbreaking for many of our viewers this evening. Should have been going to bed after what has been a long day, consumed with headlines of violence throughout St. Lucia. Again, at this hour, news of more bloodshed, heart-wrenching, I'm sure, for many of you, our viewers who have experienced episodes or unprecedented episodes of violence since the commencement of this year, now into week number 5 of the year. 12 homicides, the latest as a result of a stabbing, if you're just joining us, on the East Coast in Bolobal, Dennery. I can share with you some more information on this incident at this time, which has caught the community of Bolobal by shock. Pretty tranquil and a peaceful community on the East Coast. Bolobal would have rose to fame, or would have become a lot more popular in the last 3.5 years following the construction and delivery of a much sought after community road project. Many St. Lucians would have heard the name Bolobal from there. Tonight you're hearing Bolobal again, seen for another homicide on St. Lucia. I can tell you the victim, Donald Joseph, was stabbed and he later died. He was stabbed by a younger brother. A younger sibling, aged 14, 1-4. The alleged perpetrator in this incident is 14 years of age. So you get the picture. one sibling has died, a family broken. But on the other side of the sofa, on the other side of the room, you have a 14-year-old, also a relative of this Joseph family in Bolobel, a 14-year-old we won't identify for obvious reasons, nor the educational institution that he attends. Now having to live with this incident for the rest of his life. At age 14. You can just imagine the thoughts of the mother of these two boys tonight, at this hour, in this very moment. And of course, our condolences to her, our condolences to the family, the entire Joseph family of Bolobel in Dennery, and our condolences to the friends and loved ones of Donald. A little later, I will play for you live on GVD TV coverage you can count on, live excerpts from the scene in Bolobel. I want you to hear the responses by some of the residents who quickly rushed to the scene at the sound of bad news again. I wanted to hear some of the comments which will play in just a bit from these residents, and we'll ask the question whether or not as citizens we're getting numb to this bloodshed. But first, let's hear from the National Youth Council. Before the National Youth Council, let's hear from the producers. You can go to the NYC is ready. I prefer to go to the NYC first and then the women's arm of the United Workers' Party. The NYC we can go with now. All right, so let's hear from the women's arm of the United Workers' Party. I thought it would have been a nice segue from the point on the 14-year-old student who has to live with this for the rest of his life. So I thought it would be a nice segue into the comments and the perspective of the NYC, but we'll go to them in just a bit. First, the women's arm of the United Workers' Party has called for National Day of Prayer. They've also called for government to tighten up its grip on this national crisis here on St. Lucia. The president of the UWP Women's Arm, Malika Compton, spoke to the GVD News Desk earlier today.
The crime situation in St. Lucia has become a constant source of fear and concern. In the month of February, when the island celebrates its independence and the world promotes love, St. Lucia has already recorded 3 homicides, bringing the national total to 11 so far for the year. The situation has discomforted the women of the United Workers' Party. In a statement issued on Wednesday, the United Workers' Party's women's arm said the surge in crime is robbing citizens of joy, tarnishing our sense of unity, and threatening public safety.
The United Workers' Party is sounding the alarm on the escalating gun violence gripping our nation. We urgently call for both legislative measures and robust enforcement to tackle this pressing issue head-on. We emphasize the crucial importance of equipping law enforcement officers with the necessary tools to combat this problem effectively. We believe that providing them with the resources and support they need is paramount in elevating the scourge of gun violence in our communities.
The United Workers' Party Women's Arm is demanding immediate action from the government to address this crisis and ensure the safety and security of all citizens regardless of gender. Party officials say citizens cannot continue to turn a blind eye to the epidemic of violence and allow these senseless killings to become the new normal.
In this critical moment, we call for unity. We urge individuals from all political parties, religions, and walks of life to come together to address this crisis collectively. Only through a united front can we hope to control this alarming trend and pave the way for a safer and more peaceful future.
The women of the United Workers' Party have expressed their willingness to work with all stakeholders on a comprehensive approach to crime management amidst the current crisis. The Women's Arm have also called on citizens to come together and declare a national day of prayer. They say the time for action is now. From the GVD News Desk, I am Tammy Frederick reporting.
Great Visions Designs GVD TV coverage you can count on. We're live on Flow Channel 115, YouTube and Facebook. This special broadcast brought to you with the kind compliments of Crick's Funeral Home, Caribbean Quality Meats. Stay with us. Some more information on homicide number 12 right after this.
Chicken you feed your family, we make sure it's healthy. Caribbean quality meats, Caribbean quality meats. Hormone free, all natural, antibiotic free. Chicken so tasty. Caribbean quality meats, Caribbean quality meats. Trusted quality, yeah, cause the chickens grow right here. 100% all lotion, right price, easy decision.
Caribbean Quality Meats offers premium quality at affordable prices and produced right here in St. Lucia. Visit social media at Caribbean Quality Meats for more info. Available at all leading supermarkets.
So, this is goodbye. A professional one. A meticulous one. One with unique options. And total support. With multiple locations, we are focused on your hour of need. And so, this is the final goodbye. Be it traditional, at sea, or cremation, the Crick family will be here to help your family during life's most difficult moments. Crick's Funeral Home, telephone 452-2780 and 459-9212.
Chicken you feed your family, we make sure it's healthy. Caribbean quality meats, Caribbean quality meats. Hormone free, all natural, antibiotic free. Chicken so tasty. Caribbean quality meats, Caribbean quality meats. Trusted quality, yeah, cause the chickens grow right here. 100% all lotion, right price, easy decision.
Caribbean Quality Meats offers premium quality at affordable prices and produced right here in St. Lucia. Visit social media at Caribbean Quality Meats for more info. Available at all leading supermarkets.
So, this is goodbye. A professional one. A meticulous one. One with unique options. And total support. With multiple locations, we are focused on your hour of need. And so, this is the final goodbye. Be it traditional, at sea, or cremation, the Crick family will be here to help your family during life's most difficult moments. Crick's Funeral Home, telephone 452-2780 and 459-9212.
Paying is faster and easier with Glow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press Consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
At Great Vision Designs, we value our customers and provide cutting-edge customer service. Great Vision Designs specializes in television broadcasting and live streaming of funerals, sports events, weddings, meetings, shows, and more. Call us today at 722-6542 or 726 9914 or follow us on Facebook and YouTube. Great Vision Designs, coverage you can count on.
Thank you for staying with us. Before we end, and we want to keep you much longer here this evening, we will hear from the Prime Minister of St. Lucia, Philip Pierre, who is also responsible for national security. But I want to go back to Bolo Bal Dennery right now. Let's put that footage back on the screen, and then I want to give our viewers an opportunity to listen in. And I urge you to listen in, because we'll segue to a very important point next on this special broadcast. I want you to listen into the commentary by the residents of Bolo Bal, who rushed to that scene, a stabbing incident involving two brothers. One deceased, the perpetrator, 14 years old, stabbing his bigger brother to death. I'll tell you why in just a bit, or what sources say could have led to that altercation between the two siblings in just a bit. But let's hear the initial reactions from the people of Bolo Bal, the people of Dennery Village, who, like many of us across St. Lucia, are apparently growing immune to this unprecedented level of bloodshed.
Donald, we are leader look for it. Donald, we are leader look for it. Donald, we are leader look for it. Donald, we are leader look for it.
Live footage from Bolo Bal Dennery, and you heard what we heard, and what all St. Lucia heard as well, is he that look for it. Did you hear that? In case you didn't, let's run it again.
Donald, we are leader look for it. Donald, we are leader look for it. Donald, we are leader look for it.
Sad, extremely sad. Initial response is he that look for it. We can't ever and should never, as citizens, attempt to justify acts of killing. Every life is important. Every life counts. He couldn't have looked for that, and he sure didn't deserve it. However, this incident draws to the fore again the need for us as a society to find amicable ways and solutions to resolving conflict. Two brothers, God knows they grew up together, perhaps wore the same shoes and clothes together, shared many together, meals together. To have it end like this highlights that we're not managing problems well in this society. When two brothers can say, hey, bro, let's talk it out, it has to end like this. It's extremely sad, and it speaks to deep issues here in the society. The National Youth Council, NYC, has raised its voice on this bloodshed. They've spoken out. They've joined other partners to condemn what we've seen happen over the last 5 weeks, 12 homicides. And mind you, of the 12 homicide victims, at least 9 below the age of 30. I'll repeat. Of the 12 homicide victims so far for the year, at least 9 below the age of 30. The Frenchman who was killed in Bonterre passed 30. The young man who was gunned down near the doorsteps of the Governor General was 36. Not many of the others, if any, live to see 30. And the good book says life is 70. That's 70. They're very far from that. Speaking to a big problem for our young people here on St. Lucia. Let's hear from the National Youth Council. Mrs. Yanika Jabart Williams is the NYC president. She's also a mother and a school teacher. Here's what she has to say.
In the face of mounting violence, the St. Lucia National Youth Council is reaffirming its commitment to a zero-tolerance policy towards crime. NYC President Yanika Jabat Williams says the current security challenges require a unified response.
The trend of increasing involvement of youth in gangs, which has extended its reach into our schools and communities, is of great concern, and we are calling on all stakeholders in our society to play their part in addressing this issue. Many youth feel marginalized and overlooked, with limited opportunities and support systems. Economic hardship and the high cost of living further exacerbates their struggles, pushing some towards illegal activities to survive. The breakdown of family structures, often lacking male role models and support, contributes to the vulnerability of our youth. We call on all stakeholders to prioritize efforts to strengthen family units and provide the necessary support and guidance to our young people.
The NYC president, who is also a teacher, says a solution to the crime problem is urgently needed. The organization also made an appeal to the government and the media as St. Lucia searches for answers.
As an organization constitutionally appointed to represent the young people of St. Lucia, we appeal to the government in particular to continue to engage all stakeholders to develop and implement urgent strategic measures to reverse the current situation. We also urge the media to exercise responsibility for the content that they broadcast. The influence of media on shaping attitudes and behaviors cannot be underestimated. We also call on the churches and all other institutions and organizations to step forward and combine their efforts to fight this monster that has taken root in our society.
Ms. Jabat Williams also impressed on the perpetrators of crime to do better.
Every life matters. The consequences of your actions extend far beyond the immediate victim, impacting families and communities and tarnishing the image of our nation. We implore you to consider the consequences of your actions and seek constructive ways to address conflict and grievances.
The St. Lucia National Youth Council president says the organization stands ready to collaborate with all stakeholders in creating a brighter future for St. Lucia. From the GVD News Desk, I am Tammy Frederick reporting.
Thanks so much, Tammy. And you heard the comments from the NYC president, Mrs. Shabbat Williams. And a 14-year-old stabs his brother, and it ends fatally like it did hours ago in Bell, Dennery. You and I know it cannot just be the National Youth Council. The other players must get involved. The other stakeholders must speak up. Must speak up. Has to be a collective approach. Let's do the maths. Today it's Dennery. Yesterday it was Montfortune. You don't speak up, just might be that fancy doorstep in Kappa State. So we all have a collective responsibility. That is why before we end this special broadcast tonight, we'll hear from our leaders. We'll hear from the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ernest Hilaire. We'll hear from the Leader of the Opposition, Alan Shasney. And we'll also hear from the Prime Minister, Philip J. Pierre. 12 in 5 weeks. The latest by means of a stabbing, sibling dispute in Bell, Dennery, ending fatal. Before we go to this commercial break, it's going to be our last, and then we come back to wrap up. Slight correction, a little earlier we did extend condolences to the mother of the deceased, the mother of Donald Joseph. Must make a correction here. Sadly, Donald joins his mother, who has since passed away, who would have passed away previously. Donald joins her now, and may the two rest in peace. So we make that correction. The special broadcast brought to you by Crick's Funeral Parlor and Caribbean Quality Meats.
The chicken you feed your family, we make sure it's healthy. Caribbean quality meats, Caribbean quality meats. Hormone free, all natural, antibiotic free. Chicken so tasty. Caribbean quality meats, Caribbean quality meats. Trusted quality, yeah, cause the chickens grow right here. 100% all Lucian, right price, easy decision.
Caribbean Quality Meats offers premium quality at affordable prices and produced right here in St. Lucia. Visit social media at Caribbean Quality Meats for more info. Available at all leading supermarkets.
So, this is goodbye. A professional one. A meticulous one. One with unique options. And total support. With multiple locations, we are focused on your hour of need. And so, this is the final goodbye. Be it traditional, at sea, or cremation, the Crick family will be here to help your family during life's most difficult moments. Crick's Funeral Home, telephone 452-2780 and 459-9212.
Coming soon, the same excellent Lucelec service in a new location at Daisy Avenue in Sanssouci, Castries. Thanks for your patience. Coming soon, the
Thank you for staying with us. We are live on Flow 115, YouTube and Facebook. This is our final segment on this special broadcast, which is sponsored by Caribbean Quality Meats and Crick's Funeral Home. Breaking news, 11:10 in the evening here in St. Lucia and across the Eastern Caribbean. The island has recorded its 12th homicide. The latest victim, identified as Donald Joseph. Donald Joseph died following an altercation. He was stabbed and later pronounced dead. The perpetrator in this incident is a 14-year-old, the brother, the younger sibling of the victim, Donald Joseph. We can tell you this hour, and then we'll hear from Deputy Prime Minister Dr. Ernest Hilaire. Our sources in Ball tell us that there have been reports of an ongoing rivalry between the two boys, the two brothers. We understand that one of the two victims was abusive to the other over an extended period of time. These reports never dealt with, sadly ending in bloodshed tonight. So we must find more amicable solutions, amicable ways to defending conflict, and of course we denounce acts of abuse in any shape or form. The Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ernest Hilaire, says government is trying to deal with the current crisis. He says the role of the government is clear, to provide leadership and policy direction, but policing must be left to the police. However, he says they will continue to support the police with resources, more vehicles, and he also revealed that the police may very soon get additional help.
We were seeking to re-establish the Rangers unit. I can confirm that the Rangers unit will be launched by the middle of the year. We intend to complete all the preparations and all the necessary equipping and to have the Rangers program fully in place and to lend further support to the police force as they deal with other issues that confront them.
The Rangers are coming. The Rangers are coming. It's going to be quite a distance, quite a journey to Ballowbell, Dennery, but we are optimistic that the announced Rangers unit will be able to make a dent in addressing the current situation on the island. So the Deputy Prime Minister has good news. Amidst all happening in the country, the Rangers are coming. I want to put in a plug here, just so you know, we go live at 10 a.m. again at 12 noon and 2 p.m. 3 newscasts during the day, top of the hour, 10 a.m., 12 noon, 2 p.m. Stay with the network, GVD TV, and again, you join us at 7 in the evening, 7:30, apologies, for the nightly news. 4 newscasts, 1 station, 1 team coverage you can count on. I want to go now to the National Security Minister as we wind down. I'm going to him in the briefing room, and then we'll hear from him at the other location. So let's hear from St. Lucia's Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip J. Pierre, who also has the big responsibility for national security.
There is absolutely no reason why any government or any citizen would want crime in a country. But I mean, what does a country have to gain by crime, by violence? Where is the gain by violence? You understand? So the idea of coming together as if it's something that you should be divided about is superfluous. You come together on things that divide you. But there ought to be no reason why we need to have any doubt that crime is not good for a country. So why are there two sides as it relates to crime? Why is there an opposition side and a government side when it comes to crime? Why? Or violence? There's no need for a government side and an opposition side. I have said publicly, and I will say it again, that the police have all the powers within the law to bring an end to the situation. All the powers.
Prime Minister and Minister for National Security Philip J. Pierre speaking on Monday of this week on the issue of crime. I can tell you Monday, the weekly pre-cabinet briefing held by the office of the Prime Minister, crime occupied the attention of many of the government ministers who made themselves available to address the burning issue of crime on St. Lucia, 12 homicides to date, and citizens would have heard the clarion call loud and clear by several groupings, the civil society group leaders. You had the St. Lucia Medical and Dental Association this week. You had the National Youth Council who sent a statement last week. Today you had the women's arm of the United Workers' Party, and the calls have been echoed loud and clear for a unified approach to deal with the current situation. The Prime Minister says it's superfluous. Calls are coming together. From one leader, I want to move now to the next. The leader of the opposition, former Prime Minister Alan Shastney, also addressed the issue of crime during his New Year's Day address delivered Sunday evening across state media.
What they want to do is they want to give this country a bad name.
And the increase in crime across the nation in 2023 is unprecedented, causing widespread fear and panic. The Prime Minister pathetically tried to justify a second year of 75 murders by claiming the rate of murders declined in the second half of the year due to his initiatives. We can all see the fallacy of this argument, as we've started the first month of this year with 8 murders, an average of 2 per week. If this pattern continues, we can only imagine what the death toll of young men will be by the end of the year. Instead of putting hard-hitting measures in place, this Prime Minister, Philip Pierre, continues to give silly excuses such as, "I don't know, I'm not a policeman," and hopes that things will get better. Additionally, appears failed to understand the importance of ensuring that his cabinet is free from the acts of corruption or criminal activities. This trend is also apparent in many appointments of persons within the echelons of government who've already have shady past, and in some cases have criminal convictions. The police and the population live in a constant state of fear of a junior government minister who will bully and take to task anyone who chooses to speak out against his unethical acts and corrupt deeds. Instead of condemning this behavior, the Prime Minister cowers in silence and says nothing. His failure to set an example has weakened his government's moral authority on crime. Nonetheless, United Workers' Party strongly reiterates its unwavering commitment to working with the government to combat crime.
Prime Minister in response says superfluous. Justice Tremazan Shasni, the leader of the opposition, former Prime Minister here on St. Lucian. Like many of you, it has a toll on us journalists, the constant coverage of these homicides, the bloodshed. It affects your psyche, it affects it affects you. But we have to tell the news. We have to be there because you count on us for that information. So I know many of you are hurting this evening. We too are hurting. 14-year-old stabbing a brother to death. It's a big brother. It must hurt, and it hurts the mothers I know in Bell. It hurts mothers across 10. I know. We cannot allow it to become the new normal in St. Lucia. It can't be the norm. For our part, you can count on us on GVD to be there. We have and will continue to make some strides. I've missed you, St. Lucia. We're not going to make any big announcement or any big balloons. We're just going to come back on and hit the ground early at sunrise. And when the bell rings, when that alarm sounds, I want you to wake up with us. No big excitement. We have a lot to do. There's lots to talk about. So much happening in this country. So many questions which have to be asked. So when we sound the alarm, and we'll sound the alarm very soon, I want you to wake up with us at sunrise. Because we really missed you guys. So as we go to bed tonight, I want you to stay safe. I want you to touch your loved ones. I want to share some positive vibrations. Because today you're here and tomorrow you're not. Like the 12 homicide victims so far this year. You have a boy or a girl, hold them close. I know many, many mothers go to sleep at night in fear that they will get that call. Sad that this is the St. Lucia that we have today. So we implore you to make good use of that time with your loved ones. Show some love to the young men. Let's find better ways to resolve conflict. We'll be back at 10 a.m. tomorrow with our first newscast of the day. Again at 12 noon and again at 2 p.m. Sponsored by Crick's Funeral Home and Caribbean Quality Meats. We only tell the news, but some people wish we didn't.
overseas. What they want to do is they want to give this country a bad name overseas. So when they give this country a bad name overseas, our tourism industry will suffer. That's the plan. That's the plan. To give the country a bad name, to soil the name of the country, so our tourism industry will suffer.
The chicken you feed your family, we make sure it's healthy. Caribbean quality meats, Caribbean quality meats. Hormone free, all natural, antibiotic free. Chicken so tasty. Caribbean quality meats, Caribbean quality meats. Trusted quality, yeah, cause the chickens grow right here. 100% all lotion, right price, easy decision.
Caribbean Quality Meats offers premium quality at affordable prices and produced right here in St. Lucia. Visit social media at Caribbean Quality Meats for more info. Available at all leading supermarkets.
So, this is goodbye. A professional one. A meticulous one. One with unique options. And total support. With multiple locations, we are focused on your hour of need. And so, this is the final goodbye. Be it traditional, at sea, or cremation, the Crick family will be here to help your family during life's most difficult moments. Crick's Funeral Home, telephone 452-2780 and 459-9212.